Hello, it's your Wake Up Wednesday call. I'm Chris Cochran. I'm with the McDavid Group. Let me first say thank you to everybody who's watched the videos, shared the videos. A lot of people have reached out to me, and I'm sure you guys that have reached out to me know I respond to everybody. So I really appreciate it when you come to me and ask my advice. I take that to heart, and I appreciate all of that. Today is a new month. I've got a new do. It's Hump Day, so there's a lot going on. I hope you reflect on February and kind of look at the positive things and the things you did well. Make sure you repeat those in March, and the things you didn't do so well, try to improve those in March. So here's looking forward to a 31-day month, no holidays. Should be a good time to crush it. But I do want to touch on one thing. Everybody's probably heard the expression, when there's smoke, there's fire. And all these folks that have reached out to me, knowing what I do and knowing that I live in Florida, I get a lot of salespeople that say, "Hey Chris, is there any opportunities down there? Can you help me out?" And I like the tenacity, and I like the aggressiveness for them to reach out to me and see if I can help them out. I typically ask them if they'd be interested in finance when they're a salesperson, and I'm getting an answer come up quite often that's scaring me, and that's no, they're not interested in finance. And on one hand, I like the fact that we want a good salesperson to stay on the floor, and we want to make them feel fulfilled as a quality salesperson, so that we don't lose that production. But when they say they don't want to be a finance manager, obviously I have to inquire as to why, and I'm getting a couple of different answers. One of them, person told me in 2 years at the dealership they saw 15 managers go in and out of that department. So they don't want to be susceptible to either quitting or being let go, and that's scary. And the other one is, they said every time a salesperson's promoted into finance, that person changes, and they become, for lack of a better term, a jerk, and arrogant, pompous. Now this obviously is a generality. I know not all finance managers go down this road, but if we took a salesperson and put them into finance, I think we could probably chart the progress. And typically what happens is, before a salesperson goes into finance, they typically see the position as probably pretty easy. I can say that a good finance manager makes the job look very easy. So a lot of salespeople think that literally all we do is sit back there, do a little bit of paperwork, make a lot of money, and the show goes on. But when the salesperson's promoted and they go into the office, usually the first thing you hear out of them is, "Man, I never knew how hard this job was. I apologize for being so hard on you about how easy your job was, because it is really difficult." So that's usually the first step. But shortly after that comes the arrogance and the prima donna in them. And I don't know what it is about the position. I've got my theories that breeds the prima donna, but it is something that we do need to address, because we do have to have an ego to be successful, and I get that. But we also have to maintain humility as well, because you're going to lose your sales staff. And if your sales staff doesn't trust you, believe in your abilities, and think that you're there working for them, all the ego and talent in the world is not going to save you. They will get you out of there. So we need to make sure that we're pulling on humility and we're pulling on ego equally, so that we can do our job effectively, treat the people around us with respect. I have theories, and I have ways to fix these problems. You have to be open to it. If it's something you want to talk about, obviously reach out to me. I'm going to make some videos going forward on little things I think you can do to help out with these problems. Obviously, we've talked about thanking salespeople. Sometimes it's hard, I know, but that's one thing you want to focus on. A gentleman put on the EFI page that he had really good luck telling a salesperson congratulations when they brought him a cash deal. And if we could all just kind of adopt that philosophy, I'm telling you, things would change. I've seen it, I've done it, I've lived it, I've watched it. So I would start there, but we'll have more videos coming to kind of take you down that road. But remember, pull on ego and humility equally. Altruism is a lost art in this business, if it was ever there in the first place. But remember, ego and humility are both very important in the finance office. So I don't like hearing salespeople say they don't want to be a finance manager because they're afraid of the way they're going to change, or they're afraid that they're going to get fired or quit. That scares me. So let's address that in future videos. Our company believes that if you're going to start a fire, you need to be able to put it out. So what I've done, hopefully, is started a bit of a fire, or at least exposed the fire. And next I'll be giving you the extinguisher so you can put it out yourself. Or you can bring me into the dealership and I can put it out for you. But if you want to get in contact with me, Chris at themcdavidgroup.com. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. It's at LifeInTheBox33. I like to have a little bit of fun on those platforms. I have a LinkedIn page. Obviously, I'm on Facebook. I have a YouTube channel. My phone number is 561-685-0133. I hope you have an amazing March. I hope you had a great February. And here's to St. Patrick's Day. You guys have a great day. Thanks.